Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. Look at the calendar, and I see March 13th. And March 13th will be embedded in my life for a long, long time. Because that's when my world started to change in now 2019. Was it 2019? I've lost. Yeah, no. 2020. Sorry, 2020. See, I'm confused already. I know today it's been 2 years since the world started getting strange, thanks to COVID. Here in Nashville, we just come out of a tornado. People were having a tornado relief thing. And we had our first known case of COVID in Nashville. And it affected my wife's building because there were people who were attending this tornado telethon that were in the same building. And since we didn't know what COVID was or how spreadable it was, they shut down her office and told them to go home. And they'd be working from home for a while. And 2 years later, she's still working from home. And so that mid-March time really started affecting all of us when COVID hit the world. And, as my wife will always say, when they were talking with all the people in the office, we'll be here a couple of weeks and everything will be good and we'll go back home or we'll go back to work. And here we all are. And some of her folks never will ever work in an office again. My wife's scheduled to go back to work in an office 3 days a week, but they keep delaying that. And every variant is different. And now they're just saying, well, you're going to get it eventually. It's just a matter of which strain you get, how severe you get it, and how your body reacts to it. I do a lot of reading about COVID. Again, because of my health, because of my age, because of my size, I worry about how to make sure if I do get it, and I haven't had COVID yet, how to fight it best for me. Because the one thing that's always scared me about COVID-19 is the down the road issues. How does it affect people's lungs and heart and everything internal 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road? I've got friends who got the long COVID, and heck, they got it within the first year and still don't have their sense of smell back and still don't have all of their energy back. And they're no spring chickens, and they're in better health than I am. So that yes, we've come a long way, and I feel a lot safer with, 2 shots of a vaccination and a booster. And if they want me to get another booster tomorrow, I'll tell you what, I'll get another booster. As I tell you, as much as I hate needles, these are 3 needles I've never had a problem getting. These are 3 needles that I was willing to stand in line for. And sure, I still carry my face mask with me and I wear it as much as possible. But I've gone and done things in bars and restaurants and up close with a lot of people and been uncomfortable doing it, but I know we got to, try to do it. And you just have to hope and trust that other people are vaccinated, that other people are taking precautions, that other people are safe. It's sad it's become politicized. It really is. But just to think, we've been dealing with this, we've been living in limbo, as I call it, for 2 years. It affected some families more than most. I know that. Families with young kids, I hear stories all the time of people who have young kids who've never attended school without wearing a mask. And there are some schools that, that still do the from homeschooling thing. And so kids, haven't been in a classroom setting for an entire year and don't understand the socialization, to do that. And that's sad. And of course, they're angry. You know what? Maybe it's a new way of figuring out how to learn. That's the one thing we all learned. We found out we can do our jobs from home and don't have to be around other people. Now, I think in the long run, it's going to hurt society because as we become more tribalist, meaning we hung amongst ourselves and we don't go out amongst people, I don't think and social media has caused us not to physically socialize as much. We can do it behind a computer, and that's just as good. It's not. It's not the same thing. I enjoy it. I love it. I love social media. I made a career out of it. But it's not the same thing as being up close with a person. Something to think about. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home of all of our videos. Hard to believe 2 years ago I was sitting in my car in the driveway doing these. Facebook, YouTube, like, subscribe, tell a friend, buttons below, all that good kind of stuff I'm supposed to say. I just love it that you're here. I love it that you've endured. I'm sure I've lost a few viewers thanks to COVID, but I'm glad you're still here. See you next week with another Road Warrior.